Yeah, I said, laughing. Once it hardens, it's indestructible. At least, I haven't found anything that can break it, and given my resources, that's saying a lot. The men looked on impressed. They were top brass from the government, generals, senators, and the like, the people you want to impress when trying to sell something to Uncle Sam. I worked with resin, the kind you make countertops and coat floorings with. You know, you've all seen the YouTube videos of the river top table. Yep, that's resin. Except, I was able to come up with a new formula. I was trying to make it more scratch resistant so it would work even better than its intended use. But I stumbled upon something far greater. You see, my latest formula worked as normal resin. You mixed it with the hardener, poured it into the mold, and it would dry. This is all par for course, but this resin, once hardened, it was unbreakable. I had a half-inch sheet of my resin at the end of a firing range. The general had his men open fire. Assault rifles, huge caliber bullets, armor-piercing shells, even grenades. Nothing would scratch it. The general held up his hand. A tank rolled to the end of the firing range. It fired anti-tank shells until they had no more. A group of fighter jets streaked by and fired a volley of rockets at my thin sheet of resin. When the smoke cleared, we walked up to the star of the show, and there it stood. Not even a scratch. So, I continued, if you were to mold this into a battleship or a tank, nothing could touch it. A tank shell made of this stuff would go through a mountain and keep going until it ran out of kinetic energy. They all smiled and nodded. I smiled too. This meant I had it made. The amount of money the government would pay me for this was insurmountable. The amount of lives that could be saved. Body armor for police and soldiers made of this. Bridges and buildings. They could be bomb-proof. The war on terror would end. And all because of my formula. I went back to my lab to celebrate, and there on the back wall were two big vats of my resin. One was a formula, one was a hardener. I was so distracted by my success that I failed to notice one of my gas beakers had been leaking. When I lit up my cigar, the room lit up too. I passed out. When I came to, my lab was in shambles. I was surrounded by a large clear glob. I tapped it. No. Oh no, my resin. It mixed. It surrounded me. There was no way out. I was trapped. Rescue workers worked for hours trying to break me free, but I knew it was all for naught. It was, in fact, unbreakable.